I've told you about a lot of the questions you ask. Is your family tall? If you talk like that, I'll get into that in a minute. Were you really in the Miss America pageant? All these things. But after a speech not long ago, 2 women came up. Y'all didn't ask this. This happened a little bit before. They came walking right up and they said, honey. I said, yes. They said, we came up here to tell you something. And I said, all right, what is it? And said, we want to tell you, don't you worry anymore about being tall. I said, well, now, wait a minute. If my speech is coming across that I am worried about being tall, I'm not coming over like I thought I was. If I woke up short, I would have to write a whole new routine. She said, but what we've come up here to tell you is, any day now, you're going to start to shrink. If you live long enough, you'll be a normal-sized person. And then her friend says, oh, she'd have to live forever to be a normal size. And in front of me, as though I'm not standing there and can't hear them, they begin to discuss how long they think I need to live to be a normal-sized person. This one says she'd have to live to be 117. The first one sizing me up and down. She said, I don't think so. I think if she lived to be 95, she'd be 5'2". That's a big drop. You go from 6'2" down to 5'2", so finally I just had to say something. I said, excuse me just a minute, I just need to know for my own information. Does it just happen overnight? Could I just be walking in the mall and I'd just go down to 5'2"? Seems like I would scare children. And do I just wake up one morning and the sleeves on all my clothes be way off of my hands? She said, that's not the way it happens at all. Your body shrinks, but your arms stay the same. Can't you just see yourself walking along? This was a joke, and on the same speaking trip, I went in to get some shoes, and there was a very young clerk sitting down there measuring my foot. I said, I wear a size 11B. You be careful, Bob Jean. I'm watching you. You look down, I'm off this stage before you know what's happening. You understand? I told the clerk, I wear a size 11B. She measured my foot in that big cold steel gray thing. She said, no, ma'am, it's a 12. I said, I think you're mistaken. I always have worn an 11B. She measured again, and then I could see her searching on her face for how can I tell this woman? She chose her words carefully, but she mischose. She said, as we age, our feet can enhance several sizes. Well, this was a jolt. I went home and I went into my office, and my secretary of 23 years, Tony, is sitting there, and I said, Tony, we got a problem here. I have just learned on this speaking trip that any day now I'm going to drop from 6'2" down to 5'2". My fingertips are going to be just down here on the sidewalk, and my feet could be size 13 or 14. Just like that, Tony said, we're going to have to get new publicity pictures made. So I left and I went over to my friend Norma's house. Now, a lot of us in here are from the South, and I know the rest of y'all have passed through it, so y'all know her name would not just be Norma. Her name is Norma Rose. We always gave our little girls 2 names in case they wanted to be in a pageant. And I told her the same thing. I said, Norma Rose, I think my speaking career is over. I don't know who's going to want me to come work when I'm going to drop from 6'2" down to 5'2". My fingertips are going to be dragging all down here, and I'm going to have a foot size that's going to be 13 or 14. Norma Rose can always turn a positive situation out of anything. She said, I think you can get work. You just pull out that gray hair and spray it. Somebody will hire you to work as a troll.